Well done, Man United. Thank you. Thank you for ruining my birthday. Didn't think we was going to win anyway, to be honest. I just done the false hope because it's my birthday. Newcastle United 1, Man United 0. Where do I start? Pathetic performance. Same old story in the big games away from home against the decent sides, the good sides. Like I said on the match view towards the end, it clicks, and it's not about going crazy in this moment and shouting and cussing and swearing and just like, because that was the sort of Manchester United performance in this type of game that I expected to see deep down. Obviously, I know I've done the birthday thing saying I think we're going to win, but deep down, that's what I was afraid of happening because it's in there. And we said this is the acid test. These are the games that we're going to find out about ourselves. And today, we saw players who just could not match the intensity of Newcastle United. It was just absolutely pathetic. You got to big up Newcastle United because there's no excuses. They've just come from PSG, running their asses off, got robbed in the last second, got no subs. Had to put 3 goalkeepers on the bench in their last game. 3 goalkeepers. I don't even think that's ever been done before. That's how threadbare they are. So I don't give a crap about no injuries and player fatigue and all of that because Newcastle are managing to play at high intensity at all times. Why? Because their manager is demanding that from them and all the players are buying in. There was a clip during the game, TNT have highlighted it. And it's not just a weighing and piling on Man United and the negativity. It's Ten Hag going mad at Martial going back, arms up. Like, they're not doing it. On Ten Hag and some of his decisions and his part in this, I said it in the match view, it's like, well, you brought Amrabat in, he's not starting. You bought Anthony, he's not starting. You bought Højlund, he's not starting. So the players that you've bought to try and change us and change our dynamic, you're not even playing them. So that's an issue. He's not getting a response from these players. We saw players not running. We couldn't get a hold of the ball. We weren't showing for each other. We were celebrating corners. It was absolutely pathetic, a disgusting performance. One that should have been about 5-6-0, could have easily have been. You know, and it's exactly the same type of performance we had last year at Newcastle United. It's the same thing. I mean, that day it was 2-0 and it felt like a 5-0. It was exactly the same thing, you know. And I'm just looking at players and their team that are just far superior to us in attitude, in application, in conditioning. Can you say skill level and ability? That's probably the most questionable bit. Some players, you're like, well, you know, how much better is some of their players versus us? How much better is Almiron versus Rashford? How much better is, you know, Garnacho than Gordon? You know, how much better is Lewis Miley, who's a 17-year-old kid who's just come in, than, you know, Kobbie Mainoo, who's just come in? How much better is Bruno Guimaraes than Bruno Fernandes? These are all the matchups. How much better is Joe Linton, who used to be a striker, who is now one of the best sixers in the league? How much better is he than McTominay? The answer to that one is a lot better, to be fair. But you get my gist. Do you get my gist? So it isn't really just about ability, even though you can say those players shade it. It's up here. It's up here and it's in here. The innate desire to work hard and play with intensity just isn't there. And yeah, we'll get past the Fulham at the Cottage just about. Yeah, we got past at Everton, who really didn't really make it that uncomfortable for us, really. Okay, Galatasaray, we saw what happened there. We couldn't get through. It was 3-1 up. Okay, the keeper messes it up. But as soon as there's a team like a Newcastle away, like a Villa away, like a Spurs away, like a Arsenal away, like a Liverpool away, like a Man City away, all these teams who are far superior than us in every aspect, we look like garbage against them, and that is the truth. We argued, we didn't argue. We debated on the end of the match view just there about what progress has been made, and you know what you look at. I can't see any progress. I can't tell you one thing we do better now than we did last year. Marcel said, was saying to me, build up play. I don't see that. Intensity, I don't see that. Patterns and routines, I don't see that. Chance creations, I don't see that. Better defending, no, we was defending way better last year. What are we doing better last year than we were doing now? So Ten Hag has got a lot of work to do to change this dynamic. You know, we're basically sitting ducks going into any big away game. You know what I mean? Yes, we did get a little bit of form, 1-5 out of the last 6, and fair play. That was a little bit of form. But when you start playing your Newcastle's away and these types of teams, and you start playing, Chelsea at home, we'll see what happens then on Wednesday, and I'm not confident for that. Like, you start seeing what this team is really, really about, which is when it gets tough, when it gets intense, we don't match it. It's as simple as that. I'm not angry. I'm not going mad. I'm not shouting and cussing and swearing. It's just the truth. Like, we're not getting better. We're not. The signings that we've made haven't made us better. Onana hasn't made us better. So, yeah, we've got to be patient and we've got to wait for things to happen. And yes, we've had injuries, as has so many other teams. But like I said, before a game, if someone's asked me what Man United are going to play like, I couldn't tell you. And that's my team, and I don't know. Do you know what I mean? What's the pattern's going to be like? I can tell you how Newcastle are going to play. It's not even my team. I don't watch Newcastle for 90 minutes every single game they play, but I can tell you what their style is. I don't watch Liverpool 90 minutes for every single game. I can tell you what their style is. Same with Spurs, same with Villa, same with Brighton, same with many teams in the league. Do you know what I mean? Even if you go lower down, I can tell you what Everton's style is. I can tell you what they're going to do game in, game out. Same with someone like Palace. I know how they like to play. Oh, it's Roy Hodgson. They're going to be compact. They're going to be difficult to break down. And they've got some flair players like Eze and Elise and stuff, and then it's going to go through them. Brentford, low block. Thomas Frank's going to have them really organised. You're going to have to move the ball really quickly because they will be sat back. They're going to make it really difficult. And they've got Wissa and Mbeumo up front who are going to be running off you, and they're going to cause you trouble. I know what they're going to do. But at Man United, we have no idea how the team's going to play, which is why we're overly surprised and overly confident when we do some good things, i.e. score a few goals or go on a little bit of a mini run. And it's why we're completely perplexed when we play as shit as this. So that's where we're at. We don't know whether we're coming or going. And I do agree with KG bringing up that conversation of you have to look at like that Eric's not getting anything out of them. There is a mental block, not even just a mental block. There's a physical block. There's a block on every level of when we play these types of opposition. There really, really is, and that's a big problem. That's a big problem for me. All jokes aside, I know the Onana one was a bit different the other day, and it's like you try and find some solace in it, and you try and go, you know what, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. But literally with that, from minute one right to the 99th minute, we were pathetic. The only reason we started trying to be in the ascendancy at the end of the game is because Newcastle couldn't run anymore. And they weren't scared. They went, actually, we've run our asses off for 90 minutes. There's now 9 minutes left because Nick Pope, got injured. And now we're just going to sit in and see this game out. Man United aren't going to do anything. And that's what happened. This is exactly what happened. Yeah, we got a little lucky thing where Maguire was offside, but that's it. So, pathetic. They've ruined my birthday. Thank you very much for that. Don't know why I thought we would be able to win that game. And look, Chelsea at home. Listen. Yeah, like KG said, this is El Mudico. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? Might beat Chelsea, might not. Don't know. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm disappointed. I'm annoyed. There is more to life than football. So thank you for all the birthday messages. I really do appreciate that. But, yeah, it's just crap. When you see us play as rubbish as that and you're not surprised as well, it feels flat. Anyway, guys, take care. I'm out of here. I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to go get a drink. Take care. And eat my cake. Peace.